I'm here with Ella, and Ella, wow, they've really put us through it today, man. I mean, we've got the win in the end. We've got to be grateful for that. But wow, what can I say? In fact, the floor is yours. Tell us, tell us what you thought of the performance.
I mean, I feel like we just need to take a deep breath, okay? Because that was a lot.
It was, wasn't it?
A lot of stress. I mean, the end was amazing. The excitement levels through the roof, but they really had to take us through it, didn't they? I mean, Arsenal, they couldn't make it easy. Obviously not. It had to be 2 goals in 5 minutes, 87, 93, I think it was. But on the whole, I will say I think we deserved to win. I didn't think we would find that way in the end, but I really think that we deserve all 3 points. When you look at how Newcastle played, I think it would have felt unjust if they would have won 1-0.
Yeah, I mean, some people, one of them that's not too far from here, I'm gonna pull his cord about that later, was suggesting that Arsenal were lucky. I didn't see it that way at all. I think we left it late, obviously, but I don't think you could say that we were lucky, no?
No, I don't think lucky at all. I mean, if lucky is every time a team wins the game in the last couple of minutes, then what is Manchester United's Fergie lucky? Manchester United under Ferguson lucky? No, obviously not. That's one of the best Premier League sides of all time. Winning it late it just shows mentality, shows resilience. I didn't actually think Arsenal had it in them today, I'll be honest. And that's why I was quite negative for the majority of the game, particularly in the second half, because I just couldn't see how we were going to do it. And I'm so glad that I was wrong. And Gabriel, of all people, I feel like he always steps up. He always steps up. And I know he almost kind of cost us.
He did, yeah.
Because we have to talk about him in that Newcastle goal. What was he doing? He went down way too easily. And that's not Gabriel. That's not what we're used to seeing. He's a unit. He's a solid at the back. And to see him go down like that and not even...
And he could have got himself sent off, because in the incident that followed the goal, when Walter Mard scores, running back to the spot, he appears to push Walter Mard in the face.
Yeah.
Walter Mard was trying to claim an elbow or a punch or something.
It's a bit of afters.
But he gets himself involved in that. Now, if Walter Mard goes down and starts rolling around and then all the other Newcastle players start putting pressure on the ref and the crowd, it could have been very different.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, I'm happy that instead of going down, Voldemar just gave it a bit back and was like, "Watch yourself." Which,
although he did start snitching to the ref, was a little disappointing. But hey.
But that's not the biggest talking point of the game.
Yes.
And I'm just so happy for Gabriel. Like he's such an incredible player. And for him to step up like that, Marino as well, which was someone that I didn't not want to see come on. I just wanted to see positive attacking substitutions. And I think when he didn't take Zubimendi off, we were thinking like, is he really going to go for it? But we know Marino can score goals. We've seen him do it time and time again. And we know how he can be a creative attacking player. So that was probably even better than the Gabriel goal, to be honest. But I actually just watched back the Gabriel header, and I saw pictures from the replay. He had about 5 or 6 Newcastle players surrounding him, and he was like in the middle. So how he got up for that header and scored, I have no idea.
Yeah, I saw that as well. I was looking at that. It's one of those where he makes that his. Because he wasn't favourite to get that ball. There was about 3 other Newcastle players around him, and he rose and said, right, I'm getting that, and he did that, and amazing. Well done to Gabriel. Got to ask you, what did you make of the penalty incident?
Yeah, I mean, for me... For me, and I think for most of us, that has to be a penalty. And it's very, very frustrating seeing VAR continue to make so many mistakes this season. I feel like last season there was so much talk around it, basically in every single week of the Premier League, and how that has continued. And already in the first couple of weeks, we're seeing so many decisions, and we're just like, how can they keep getting it so wrong? And it's not just Arsenal. I'm not saying Arsenal are always the victims of these decisions. So many other teams are getting it in the Premier League, and it's not fair, it's not right. I mean, the fact that has to go to VAR and they take like 3 minutes to basically try and convince the referee that that's not a penalty, for me, that's wrong. And the referee was right to give it in the first place. He made the correct decision. I understand people are making the point about that Pope got the ball. He got the ball, but he still didn't do enough to then...
Yeah, exactly.
Gyökeres would have scored it anyway, or Saka would have scored it anyway. It wasn't enough. And the contact was still there. So for me, it's a penalty. I'm really happy that Arsenal didn't let that moment define the game, and we managed to win anyway, because if we would have lost or drawn, that would have been one of the biggest talking points, saying, well, if we got that penalty, we could have won the game, or things would have been different. So I'm really happy we didn't. But we still need to talk about that moment because they keep getting it so wrong.
No, I agree. I mean, you're right. Okay, there was a little touch, but he cleans out Gyökeres. Anywhere else on the pitch, that is a foul to the attacking team. So I couldn't understand that. I've got to say, and this was my personal thoughts on it, I thought Arsenal were adversely affected by the penalty incident. I think their levels dropped and it took us a long while to get back into the game. So I was a little bit disappointed with that, to be honest, because I think, okay, it's bad what happened, but if you're a top team with an elite mentality, you've got to accept that when you go away from home, these things happen. I think we kind of dropped the ball a little bit, for want of a better expression. That led to them getting Gabriel's mistake, and then we took a long time to settle and really start playing football. But I do think overall we deserved the win. Yeah. But what I was going to ask you is, with Liverpool in the light of their result yesterday, us winning today is a massive, massive win, because if we lose or drop points today, then all of a sudden the title is a real long uphill battle, yeah?
Unfortunately, it would have been a very Arsenal thing today to have lost or drawn or dropped points today, because if we look historically over the last couple of seasons where we have been in some sort of title race or trying to chase down a Premier League win, there have been moments where the teams above us have dropped points and we have failed multiple times to capitalise. So this is absolutely huge. 2 points. When people look at how the season has started and the amount of compliments Liverpool are getting, to be 2 points off feels like we're doing something right. And I feel like the fact that we're 2 points off and we're second, and I don't even think Arsenal have started the season very well in terms of how we've been playing, says a lot. There's gears that we still haven't reached yet, I genuinely believe. And hopefully when we have all players back, I don't know if we'll ever have all players in one squad, because there's always going to be injuries, but we've still got players. Havertz, Madueke just got injured. We've got players out. The squad we have, I think we can achieve if we start to play slightly better. Listen, I'm not saying that we can win the league. At the beginning of the season, I didn't predict Arsenal to win the league. I predicted Liverpool. But I like the fact that we're at least trying. We're still going for it. We're in this title race. 5 points off if we lose today with 6 games played is still quite a big gap to Liverpool. It's not unachievable to close that down with the rest of the season still in mind, but it's still a big gap. So 2 points is really positive. I'm so happy. This was a must-win game. A draw would have been a loss. So this is huge, absolutely huge.
Okay, well said. Thank you.
GFN Soccer TV, with all your favourite shows in one place, is now live in the UK with Samsung TV Plus.